Hi, welcome to your instructional video for our 40-day meditation using EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, and tapping. So I wanted to just talk a little bit about what we're doing so that when we do just the practice video, you already know what you're doing. So the EFT involves tapping on certain points that are located on certain meridians. Now, if you want to ask me why is this points, I don't know. They work like magic. So, but I did find that they do work. It has helped me, so it works energetically. I'm sure there's some logic to it. I just don't know what it is. So, at least some of them I really don't know. So anyway, but we're gonna ignore that part and we're just gonna go ahead and do it. So the very first point, so what it involves is that you're tapping on a point using your fingers. You are using the tips of your fingers just like that. You should feel not necessarily pain, but it is not like this gentle one, right? You actually are activating. So what you're thinking is that you are activating this specific point, right? So there's a little bit of force. You're just letting it, you're not hitting it hard, but you are definitely feeling it, okay? And so while you're doing that, you're going to be repeating a phrase, okay? So you're going to tap enough, long enough on each point to repeat the phrase that I'm going to give you. And then we do it again with a different phrase, and again with a different phrase, and again with a different phrase. There's 4 phrases all together, and they flow in the progression, okay? It will all make sense. So we start first with the point on top of your head. So this one is your crown chakra. So you're tapping on your crown chakra and you are activating it, right? So in my mind, how it works is that when we tap on the crown chakra and we activate it, while we say these words that we really want to make our reality, is that it becomes part of your reality. It sinks in. So first we tap at the crown. Then after this, we will tap at the eyebrow. Now, it doesn't matter which side you're doing, because it's a right or a left, so just do whichever one is comfortable for you. Because I'm right-handed, I kind of do everything on the right side because it's just not comfortable crossing. I don't know if there's an actual rule, so just go with whatever your dominant hand is and your dominant side. You'll see how it works out. So your eyebrow. Now, where at the eyebrow? You look at your tear duct and you put your finger up, and that would be your point where you'll tap at the eyebrow, but it lines up with your tear duct. So again, you'll tap. So probably not 2 fingers, maybe 1. See your accuracy. It doesn't have to be precise. You will find it. The points usually feel like a little uncomfortable, maybe a little sore. So again, you're going to tap at the eyebrow and repeat the phrase. After this, we go on the side. Now, not the temple, but where you'll feel your ocular bone, and you'll feel there's a point, again, lines up a little bit with the corner of your eye, and you just tap on the bones there, okay? And again, you'll feel that little soreness there. So tapping there, that's your next point. After that, we go under the eye. So that one would be in the middle. So if you are looking straight, it will line up with your iris, but it is the middle. Again, you're tapping on the bone. So you tap here. Now, after that, we are going to go and tap at the upper lip. So again, you tap, which will be kind of fun when you're talking and tapping at the same time, but it does work. You can do it. So tapping at the top here, and then tapping at the lower lip, so right below the lip, and tapping there. So not on your chin, but right in that little dip that you have under the lip and between the lip and the chin. So tapping there, okay? Now here we have our meridian lines that they end the start here, so that you're activating the meridian lines. Now around the eye, there's also the meridians that run through that eye area. So again, we're tapping on them, but those specific points, what they're responsible for, I'm not entirely sure. So anyway, after that, we go to our collarbone point. So the collarbone, so you find your collarbone, right? And again, it will be more towards the center. Oh, I think I'm sunburned. And you find this little, there's a bit of a dip, and again, it feels a little sore, but it is under the collarbone, not above it, under. So there's a little fleshy part that has a bit of a dip, and so that's where you tap. Now here, again, it's a wider area, so use 2 fingers and you'll hit it. And you'll feel it, because it does feel like a little tiny dip there. So that's our next point. Now the last point is the armpit. So on my little handout it says 4 inches, but it's just your 4 fingers. So if you put your 4 fingers under your armpit, on the bottom of it, that's where the point is. And so you tap there, and again, it will feel a bit sore. So that one is, you know, obviously this chest, the collarbone and the armpit, I kind of go across the body because that's more comfortable. So you just go with your comfort and tap that one. And that's our last point that we tap. So we go with the crown, that kind of inner eye, outer eye, middle, upper lip, lower lip, collarbone, and then under the armpit. Now the phrases that we are saying, so they will go in progression. So first we do all these points while we repeat the phrase. Even though I feel overwhelmed sometimes, I wonder if I could love and accept my experiences anyway. After that we go, even though I still feel overwhelmed sometimes, I'm open to loving and accepting my experiences anyway. After that, even though I might still feel overwhelmed sometimes, I choose to love and accept my experiences anyway. And the last one is, I deeply and completely love and accept my experiences and myself anyway. So I like with EFT that there is a progression. We start with something that we just kind of wonder, what would our life be if we could do this one thing, right? So we're just wondering. We're not saying, we don't go like all the, you know, guns blasting or blazing, whatever, with like, oh, you know, I love and accept all my experiences. Because, you know, you might be miserable. I don't know, I'm not feeling like that. I'm not going to go with like, oh, I love and accept my experiences. It's in the moment. No, I don't. So, but I wonder what it would feel like if I really truly could love and accept the experiences that come to me. And so we start with that. We just wonder what would be like. Just plant this little tiny seed. And then the next one, well, I'm open to it being my reality. I'm not sure if it is yet, and I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it, but I'm open to trying it, right? What would it feel like? I'm open. Let's try it, right? And then the next one is that, you know what? I choose. You know, I'm making this conscious choice that I'm going to love and accept my experiences. And so as a progression, it just kind of goes there, and it feels more natural that you go from just wondering what it might be to being open to maybe trying it out, to then choosing it, consciously choosing that as your experience and as your reality, and then finally truly accepting it. And so I feel like this is going to be pretty transformational. I'm really looking forward to doing it and seeing how my life will change in this 40 days, because there's certain things that I really want to experience and I really want to have done, but the feeling of overwhelm, the frustration, and all the emotions that get jumbled in are really kind of getting in the way to where I want to be and what I want to accomplish and how I want my life to be. So I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, I think it's going to be great, and I'm really hoping that we'll give it our all and we'll try it out. Okay, so your next video is the practice. So let's start practicing.